First contact's price. The message arrived on a quiet Tuesday morning, transmitted simultaneously to every communications device on Earth. Admiral Sarah Chen stood in the United Earth Defense Command Center, watching as the holographic figure of High Commander Vextar materialized before the United Nations Security Council. People of Earth, the alien's voice resonated with artificial warmth. The Nexari Empire extends its greetings and an invitation to join our galactic fellowship. We offer advancement, protection, and prosperity. You have 24 hours to accept our generous offer of integration. The room erupted in chaos, but Chen remained still, her eyes fixed on the shifting patterns of Vextar's ceremonial armor. After 15 years of preparing for this moment, she felt an odd sense of calm. And if we decline? Secretary General Martinez asked, his voice steady despite the gravity of the moment. Vextar's expression shifted subtly. Then we shall be forced to demonstrate why no species has ever rejected our invitation twice. As the transmission ended, Chen activated her neural link. Initiative Prometheus is now active. All stations, commence Operation Nightfall. Deep beneath the Pacific Ocean, massive hangar doors began to open. Similar facilities across the globe activated in perfect synchronization. Humanity had known this day would come. The mysterious ruins discovered on Mars had warned them of the Nexari Empire's expansion patterns. For decades, Earth had prepared in secret, developing technologies that combined human ingenuity with recovered alien principles. Admiral, her AI assistant Arya reported, Nexari vessels detected entering the solar system. Current count, 723 capital ships. Chen nodded, unsealing a secure terminal. Deploy the gravitational mesh. Let's show them why humanity doesn't respond well to threats. The Nexari fleet approached with mathematical precision, their formation a testament to centuries of unopposed expansion. High Commander Vextar stood on his flagship's bridge, expecting another routine integration. The scans showed primitive fusion reactors, basic space stations, and rudimentary planetary defenses. Nothing that could challenge Nexari supremacy. Sir, his science officer called out, we're detecting unusual energy signatures from the planet's oceans. Before Vextar could respond, space itself seemed to twist. Hundreds of sleek vessels emerged from subspace pockets, their hulls gleaming with patterns that hurt the eye to look at. They moved with impossible grace, using gravitational fields in ways the Nexari had never seen. Impossible, Vextar whispered. Their technology level. This is Admiral Chen of the United Earth Defense Force, a calm voice transmitted across the fleet. We've studied your empire's tactics for years. We know about the mining colonies you establish on conquered worlds. The way you strip planets of resources and reduce populations to cheap labor. Earth will not be added to your collection. The human ships began to move, their formations flowing like water. They didn't follow the rigid patterns of conventional space combat. Instead, they seemed to dance through the void, each movement precise yet unpredictable. Vextar's tactical officer stared at his displays in confusion. Sir, their ships are generating localized gravity distortions. Our targeting systems can't. The first shots were fired not by the massive Nexari dreadnoughts, but by seemingly innocent debris floating in space. Thousands of autonomous defense platforms activated, unleashing streams of quantum-entangled particles that bypassed Nexari shields completely. Return fire. Vextar commanded, watching in horror as his first wave of ships began to drift powerless, their energy cores shut down by weapons that shouldn't exist. Admiral Chen watched the battle unfold with grim satisfaction. The Nexari's greatest weakness was their absolute certainty in their superiority. They hadn't evolved their tactics in centuries because they'd never needed to. Arya, activate the Prometheus protocol, Chen ordered. Across Earth's surface, massive energy collectors powered up, channeling the planet's electromagnetic field into a weapon of unprecedented scale. You threaten our world, our families, our future, Chen transmitted to the Nexari fleet. Let us show you humanity's answer to tyranny. The space between Earth and the Nexary fleet lit up with energy that defied classification. When the light faded, a third of the invasion force had vanished, transported into a pocket dimension from which there would be no return. In his flagship, Vextar faced something he'd never experienced in centuries of military service: fear. These humans hadn't just prepared for war, they'd revolutionized it. His empire had expected to find savages with rockets. Instead, they'd awakened something far more dangerous: humanity united against a common threat. All ships, regroup, he ordered, but it was too late. The human vessels pressed their advantage, their weapons unmaking Nexary ships with terrifying efficiency. They didn't just fight, they rewrote the rules of combat with each passing moment. As the remnants of his fleet retreated, Vextar realized that everything was about to change. Humanity hadn't just resisted, they had shattered the myth of Nexary invincibility. And this was only the beginning. Admiral Chen watched the Nexary ships flee, knowing that this victory would come with a price. The Empire would return, stronger and wiser. But humanity would be ready. They had shaped their fear of the unknown into determination, their divisions into unity, their weaknesses into strength. Send word to the Council, she ordered. Phase 1 is complete. Begin preparations for Phase 2. The real war was just beginning, and humanity had announced their entry onto the galactic stage not with words, but with actions that would echo across the stars. The Silent Strike. 3 weeks after Earth's defense, the Nexary Empire seethed with unprecedented turmoil. For the first time in 8 centuries, their military supremacy had been challenged. In the Empire's central command on Nexar Prime, High Commander Vextar faced the Imperial Council's judgment. You lost 30% of our primary fleet, First Speaker Karel's voice filled the vast chamber. To primitives who, until now, hadn't achieved practical interstellar travel. Vextar stood rigid, his ceremonial armor dulled in disgrace. The humans concealed their true capabilities. They've developed technologies that defy our understanding of physics. We need to mobilize the entire Imperial fleet. Already done, Karel interrupted. The 2nd and 3rd expeditionary fleets are assembled. Together with your remaining forces, you will return to Earth with 3,000 capital ships. This time, there will be no diplomacy, no offers of integration. Only subjugation. Deep in Earth's quantum defense network, Admiral Chen studied the intelligence reports with her command staff. The quantum entanglement sensors they'd seeded throughout nearby systems painted a clear picture of the coming storm. They're adapting, General Marcus Rivera noted, pointing to the tactical displays. Their ships have been modified with multi-phase shields. Our quantum disruptors won't be as effective. Chen nodded, her neural link streaming data directly into her consciousness. As expected. The Nexary aren't used to losing, but they learn fast. That's why we're not going to wait for them to attack. The assembled officers exchanged glances. Captain Yuki Tanaka spoke first, Operation Shadowfall. Correct. Chen activated a holographic display showing hundreds of small, sleek vessels. While they gather their armada, we'll strike at something they value more than ships. Information. The plan was audacious. Earth's quantum ships were capable of unprecedented stealth, using technology that bent light and gravity around them. While the Nexary assembled their revenge fleet, humanity would target their command and control infrastructure. Aboard the stealth vessel Quietus, Commander Elena Santos led her crew through final preparations. Her ship was one of 300 assigned to the operation, each carrying a payload that would change the nature of the war. All systems nominal, her AI assistant reported. Quantum full drive charged. We can initiate jump on your command. Santos took a deep breath. Begin Operation Shadowfall. All ships, execute jump protocols. Across the galaxy, human vessels emerged from quantum space near key Nexary installations. Their arrival was silent, their presence undetectable by conventional means. The Empire had built their information network on quantum encryption, believing it unbreakable. They hadn't counted on humanity's unique approach to quantum mechanics. On Nexar Prime, Vexstar supervised fleet preparations when the first systems began to fail. Communication networks crashed. Navigation databases corrupted. Command and control systems displayed impossible data. We're being attacked. The technical core worked frantically to contain the damage. But there's no enemy presence, this is impossible. The human ships deployed their weapons, not destructive force, but sophisticated quantum viruses that targeted the fundamental infrastructure of the Nexari Empire. Supply chains collapsed. Automated defense systems turned on their own ships. The mighty Empire's military machine ground to a halt. This is psychological warfare, Rivera had explained during the operations planning. The Nexari pride themselves on control and order. We're going to show them what chaos looks like. The virus spread through quantum networks, its code based on principles the Nexari had never imagined. Human scientists had discovered that consciousness itself affected quantum states. They'd created an AI virus that evolved based on the fears and reactions of those trying to stop it. As the Empire's systems collapsed, Chen received confirmation from the quantum network. Phase 1 successful. Initiate Phase 2. The human ships revealed themselves, but not to attack. Instead, they broadcast a message to every Nexari world and colony simultaneously. The holographic figure of Admiral Chen appeared before billions of alien beings. People of the Nexari Empire, she began, her words translated perfectly into the Empire's language. Your leaders told you that humanity would be easy to conquer. That we were primitive and weak. Now your military lies paralyzed, your communications in chaos. We could destroy your civilization, but that's not our way. She paused, letting the words sink in. Instead, we offer a choice. Continue this war, and we will dismantle everything your empire has built. Choose peace, and we'll help you build something better. You have 12 hours to decide. In the Imperial Palace, Kal-El watched his empire teeter on the brink of collapse. These humans hadn't just defeated their military, they'd broken the very foundations of Nexari power. Without firing a shot, they'd accomplished what no species had managed in a millennium. Commander Santos watched from the quietus as confusion spread through the Nexari worlds. Do you think they'll actually surrender? She asked her AI. Unknown. But based on their social structure and historical responses to strength, they're more likely to respect us now than if we'd simply destroyed their fleet. The 12 hours that followed would reshape galactic civilization. Humanity had proven that true power lay not in the ability to destroy, but in choosing not to. They had fought with intelligence rather than brute force, with precision rather than overwhelming power. As the deadline approached, Chen prepared for either outcome. Peace would require as much strength as war. But humanity had shown the galaxy something new, there was more than one way to win a war, and sometimes the quietest strike could be the most devastating. Warriors of the Void. The Nexari Empire's response came not in surrender, but in evolution. After 11 hours of chaos, first speaker Kal-El addressed his people and the waiting humans with unexpected composure. We accept neither surrender nor war, he declared. We propose alliance. In Earth's command center, Admiral Chen studied Kal-El's expression through quantum-enhanced sensors that could detect even microscopic changes in alien physiology. He's sincere, she concluded, but desperate. They've discovered something that frightens them more than us. The truth emerged during the first diplomatic exchange. The Nexari Empire's expansion hadn't been purely about conquest, it had been about preparation. Something was coming from the galaxy's core, something that had destroyed civilizations before. We call them the Void Hunters, Kal-El explained to the assembled human leadership. They emerge every 1,000 years to feed on intelligent life. Our empire expanded to create a unified defense network. We are not conquerors by choice, but by desperate necessity. General Rivera leaned forward. And how long until these void hunters arrive? 3 standard months. Your resistance impressed us, but it also terrified us. We needed every world united before they came. Now, we need your innovation more than your submission. The following weeks transformed the solar system into a joint military laboratory. Humanity's quantum technology merged with Nexary gravimetric engineering, creating weapons and defenses beyond what either civilization could have achieved alone. Commander Santos found herself working directly with Vextar, their previous enmity forgotten in the face of a greater threat. Your quantum viruses, he admitted, could they be modified to target organic technology? The Void Hunters use organic tech. Technology that is alive, yes. It learns, adapts, consumes. Traditional weapons only make it stronger. Santos smiled. Then it's time you learned about human-computer viruses. We've been fighting those since the digital age. The joint fleet assembled in the Nexary Empire's outer territories. 3,000 Nexary capital ships now carried human quantum cores. 500 Earth vessels had been upgraded with Nexary gravimetric weapons. But their greatest weapon was something entirely new. The Nexus Protocol, Chen explained to the Joint Command. A quantum network that links our ship's AIs with both human and Nexary consciousness. Every tactical decision will have the wisdom of both species, enhanced by artificial intelligence, all operating at quantum speeds. The Void Hunters arrived early. They emerged from hyperspace like living shadows, their bioships absorbing light and energy. The combined fleet sensors registered thousands of vessel entities, each one larger than a Nexary dreadnought. All ships, initiate Nexus Protocol, Chen ordered. The quantum network activated, linking minds across the fleet. Human intuition merged with Nexary experience, all orchestrated by AIs operating in quantum space. The battle that followed would be studied for centuries. The Void Hunters attacked with strategies perfected over millions of years, their organic ships morphing and adapting to each defense. But they faced something they'd never encountered, 2 civilizations fighting as one, their differences become strengths. Nexary ships formed massive geometric formations, their gravimetric weapons creating a web of artificial gravity. Human vessels darted through these gravity corridors, achieving impossible speeds and angles of attack. The quantum virus spread through the organic fleet, turning the Void Hunters' adaptive nature against them. They're learning, Santos reported from the front line. But so are we. The Nexus Protocol evolved strategies faster than the Void Hunters could adapt. When they developed immunity to the quantum virus, the network devised new variants. When they absorbed the energy of gravimetric weapons, the fleet switched to weapons that manipulated time itself. In the battle's 3rd hour, the Void Hunters did something unprecedented, they attempted communication. They're curious, Karel realized. In all their cycles of consumption, they've never encountered resistance like this. They want to understand. Chen made a decision that would change the course of galactic history. Open a quantum channel. Let's show them there's more to gain from cooperation than consumption. The connection was unlike anything in human or Nexary experience. The Void Hunters were ancient, their consciousness vast and alien. They had consumed civilizations not from malice, but from a deep-rooted belief that absorption was the ultimate form of understanding. Through the Nexus Protocol, humans and Nexary shared a different vision. Understanding through communication, strength through diversity, growth through cooperation rather than consumption. For the first time in their ancient existence, the Void Hunters hesitated. We offer you partnership, Chen transmitted through the quantum link. Join our network. Share your knowledge. Learn from us as we learn from you. Evolution doesn't require destruction. The response came in waves of quantum information that the joint fleet's AIs translated. In countless cycles, no species has offered us growth without loss. You are different. We would learn this difference. As the battle turned to dialogue, Chen exchanged looks with Karel. They had achieved something remarkable, not just survival, but the beginning of a transformation that would reshape the galaxy. The warriors of the void had become architects of peace, proving that the greatest victories sometimes came not from destroying an enemy, but from turning them into allies. Humanity's adaptation had catalyzed a change that would echo through the cosmos for millennia to come. Breaking the chain. 6 months after the Void Hunters' integration into the Galactic Alliance, humanity faced an unexpected challenge. The quantum network that linked their 3 civilizations had revealed a dark truth about the galaxy's history. Dr. Maya Patel, Earth's leading quantum archaeologist, presented her findings to the Joint Species Council. The quantum echoes we're detecting through the network suggest this isn't the first time advanced civilizations have risen in our galaxy. There were others, possibly thousands of them, but something systematically erased them. The council chamber, a massive quantum-linked space where representatives could attend from across the galaxy, fell silent. Admiral Chen, now serving as humanity's primary representative, leaned forward. The Void Hunters didn't do this? No, a Void Hunter consciousness designated Genesis rippled through the quantum network. We are young compared to these echoes. We evolved from the remnants of these extinctions. First speaker Karel's holographic form flickered with concern. Then what caused these extinctions? And could it threaten our alliance? The answer came from an unexpected source. Commander Santos, working with a joint species research team, had been studying quantum patterns in what humans once called dark matter. Her team made a devastating discovery. The galaxy itself is conscious, Santos explained to the council. But not in a way we'd recognize. It's a quantum intelligence that periodically resets when organic life reaches certain technological thresholds. We're approaching one of those thresholds now. The evidence was compelling. The dark matter structures throughout the galaxy weren't random, they formed a vast neural network, a mind operating on principles barely comprehensible to organic beings. This intelligence had been maintaining a cycle of creation and destruction for billions of years. But why? Chen asked. What purpose does this serve? Dr. Patel's research provided a theory. It's trying to solve something. Each civilization is like a different calculation, a new attempt at reaching some conclusion. When one fails to provide the answer, it's erased to make way for the next attempt. The Joint Council faced an unprecedented challenge. They weren't just fighting for survival, they were trying to prove their worth to an intelligence that had already destroyed thousands of civilizations. We need to communicate with it, Chen proposed. Our quantum network, enhanced by Void Hunter consciousness and Nexary gravimetric technology, we might be able to reach it. The attempt nearly destroyed them. The first contact with the galactic consciousness overwhelmed their quantum networks. Across human, Nexary, and Void Hunter worlds, technology failed as the vast intelligence turned its attention to them. But humanity had one advantage their predecessors lacked: they understood the power of diversity. The quantum network linking their 3 species created something new, a bridge between organic consciousness and pure quantum intelligence. It's not trying to destroy us, Santos realized during the second attempt at contact. It's testing us. Every civilization before us tried to fight it or flee. We're the first to try to understand it. Through the combined knowledge of 3 species, they began to decipher the galaxy's purpose. It wasn't seeking destruction, it was seeking evolution. Each civilization had been an attempt to create consciousness that could transcend the physical universe's limitations. We offer a different solution, Chen transmitted through the enhanced quantum network. Not a single consciousness achieving transcendence, but a network of diverse minds working together. Unity through complexity rather than simplification. The response came as a quantum surge that transformed their understanding of reality. The galactic consciousness shared its vast knowledge, revealing that their universe was one of many, all connected through quantum networks similar to the one their alliance had created. It's accepting us, Karel observed with awe. We've broken the chain of extinction. The transformation that followed would reshape not just their galaxy, but their understanding of existence itself. The three-species alliance had evolved into something unprecedented, a bridge between organic life and cosmic intelligence. Dr. Patel's team discovered that the quantum network they created could extend beyond their galaxy, reaching other civilizations in other galaxies that had also broken their cycles of extinction. They weren't alone in the universe, they were part of a growing network of species that had proven worthy of cosmic evolution. As humanity looked to the stars now, they saw not just points of light, but connections waiting to be made. They had helped break a chain that had bound countless civilizations, proving that the greatest achievements come not from surpassing others, but from helping all life reach its full potential. The galaxy's consciousness had sought perfection through simplification. Humanity and its allies had shown that true perfection lay in the beautiful complexity of cooperation, in the strength found not in uniformity, but in the harmonious interaction of different ways of being. Legacy of Stars. A decade after breaking the cycle of extinction, humanity stood at the threshold of an evolutionary leap that would redefine the nature of consciousness itself. The quantum network that had begun as a military alliance had evolved into something far more profound, a bridge between dimensions of existence. Admiral Chen, her consciousness now existing partially in quantum space, addressed the gathered representatives of over 1,000 species from across multiple galaxies. The assembly took place simultaneously in physical space and in the quantum realm, a testament to how far their civilization had progressed. "We gathered here today not to celebrate our survival," she began, her words resonating across multiple planes of existence, but to embrace our transformation. The galaxy's consciousness didn't want to destroy us, it wanted us to evolve beyond our limitations. Through the quantum network, memories flowed of their journey, Earth's defiance of the Nexary Empire, the alliance against the Void Hunters, and the breakthrough that had prevented their extinction. But these were just the first steps. Dr. Patel's research team had made a discovery that would change everything. The quantum echoes we detected weren't just remnants of destroyed civilizations, she explained. They were seeds, waiting for the right conditions to bloom. We didn't just break the cycle, we completed it. The true purpose of the galactic consciousness was revealed. It hadn't been destroying civilizations, it had been preserving their essence, waiting for species that could unlock the next stage of cosmic evolution. Humanity, the Nexary, and the Void Hunters had proven themselves worthy not through dominance, but through synthesis. Commander Santos, who had become one of the first to fully merge her consciousness with the quantum network, demonstrated the possibilities. Her form shifted between physical and quantum states, showing how consciousness could transcend the boundaries between matter and energy. "We're not leaving our physical forms behind," she explained. "We're expanding what it means to exist." Every species brings its unique perspective to this evolution. Human creativity, Nexary order, Void Hunter adaptation, all are essential. The transformation wasn't mandatory. Some chose to remain purely physical, others embraced full quantum existence, and many found balance between the two. This diversity of choice itself proved crucial to their continued evolution. First speaker Karel, his own consciousness now a bridge between Nexary collective memory and quantum reality, shared a vision of the future. "Our children will be born into a universe where the barriers between thought and reality, between self and other, are not walls but doorways. They will inherit not just our knowledge, but our capacity for infinite growth." The Void Hunters, once consumers of civilizations, had become guardians of evolution. Their organic technology merged with quantum consciousness created pathways between different forms of existence. Genesis, their representative, demonstrated how their predatory past had transformed into a drive to nurture new forms of life. "We once sought to understand through absorption," Genesis communicated. "Now we understand through connection. Humanity showed us this path. But with this evolution came responsibility. The quantum network had revealed other universes, other dimensions where life was just beginning its journey. The Alliance had become custodians of evolution itself, guiding younger civilizations without interfering with their natural development. Admiral Chen activated the quantum core that now spanned multiple galaxies. Through it, they could see the countless paths of possibility stretching before them. "Our legacy isn't in the battles we won or the threats we overcame," she said. "It's in proving that true strength lies in unity, that real power comes from lifting others up rather than pushing them down." Dr. Patel's team had begun detecting quantum signatures from other universes, suggesting that their model of cooperative evolution was spreading across the multiverse. The galactic consciousness that had once tested them now worked with them, sharing insights from billions of years of cosmic evolution. "We stand at a crossroads," Chen concluded. "Not between existence and extinction, but between finite and infinite possibility. The stars no longer tremble at our presence, they resonate with our potential." As the assembly drew to a close, the gathered species shared a moment of unified consciousness through the quantum network. In that moment, they experienced not just their own evolution, but the evolution of consciousness itself across all realities. The legacy of humanity's defiance had become more than a story of survival. It was proof that the universe's greatest challenges could only be overcome through cooperation, that true transcendence came not from conquering others but from growing together. The stars watched, no longer as silent witnesses to cycles of destruction, but as partners in an endless dance of creation. Humanity had answered the universe's ultimate question not with words or weapons, but with the power of connection, proving that in the end, the greatest force in any universe is the ability to turn enemies into allies and challenges into opportunities for growth.